Good evening, everyone. We will begin the evening service of the Miroku Association headquarters as expressing our gratitude to God and Meishu-sama for the permission and protection granted while participating today in God's divine plan of constructing a paradise on this earth. Let us pray together the Amatsu-Norito Prayer of Heaven, followed by the Miroku Prayer. Please stand. Naka-amaharani kamuzurimasu. Kamurogi kamurami no mikoto mochite sumeni oya kamu izana ino mikoto tsukushi no imuka no tachi hana no odo no ahagi harani misogi harai kamo toki ni narimaseru harai dono o kamitachi moro moro no nagagoto tsumigerari o harai tama ekiyome tama itoma osukoto no yoshi o amatsu kami kunitsu kami ao yorozu no kami tachi tomo ni ame no fuchi koma no mimi furitatete kikoshi nese to kashikomi mo maosu. Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Kannagara tamachi haemase. Kannagara tamachi haemase. Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified as we live your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized, with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan. Please be seated. We'll now receive Group Johrei.
Meishu-sama, bless you.
Johrei is now concluded. Let us now listen to a reading from Meishu-sama's teachings. Faith. Even in this dark world, let us live with peace of mind, knowing that we are guided by the eternal light of God. While on earth, let us have true faith in God, quietly doing all that we can without fanfare, for the welfare of others. In our search for truth, we may read thousands of books, but unless we have faith within, all our seeking ends in failure and illusion. Our goal is to create paradise on earth, but that has to begin on a smaller scale with the creation of paradise in our homes and families. For that to occur, paradise must reside in our hearts. And having paradise in one's heart means there can be no suffering in one's mind. Impatience is a form of suffering, as is agonizing over plans that have not worked out. We must rise above suffering. The best way to negate suffering is through gratitude. In this way, paradise will reign within one's own mind. The best age has been referred to as the age of night, the age of hell. Even those with firm faith in God could not totally rid themselves of the sufferings of hell. However, the age of night is finally ending. We are about to enter the daylight age, and our organization will play a leading role in creating paradise. Therefore, as I said earlier, be careful not to foster suffering within your own mind, but rather create paradise within yourself.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining the Miroku Association headquarters evening service. Thank you also for joining in our prayers for world peace. This evening, I want to share with you the faith experience of Maristela Lopes Vieira. She's from the Caxanga Johrei Center in Pernambuco, Brazil. Maristela has been a Johrei member for 9 years, and she works as a freelance journalist. For 5 years, she lived with her daughter and grandson in a rented unit within a six-home condominium. However, her family was not part of the condo property owners association. They always enjoy an excellent relationship with their neighbors, cultivate a home garden in small pots, distributed flower arrangements in their vicinity, and constantly sought to treat everyone with courtesy. The onset of quarantine mandates due to the pandemic in March of 2020, the volume of Maristella's work diminished radically, and severe financial difficulties surfaced. Following her minister's guidance, Maristella began intensified our various practices of faith at home. In addition to regularly channeling Johrei and watching our online services, Maristella performed the Mita Mamigaki practice, which is the focused dedication to cleaning one's surroundings as a soul polishing. She was advised to read 10 teachings daily, and to fulfill that goal, she sought to acquire each month a volume from the collection of publications entitled Teachings of Meishu-sama. Although she likes to read and thought it would be an easy task, Maristella realized that it turned out to be a huge challenge to her. There were countless days when she dozed off with the book in her hands. Regardless of the difficult financial purification she was experiencing, Maristella and her daughter dreamed of having a home of their own, even if it was to be a very simple one. Yet, she objectively looked at her financial realities and could not see even the slightest possibility of this manifesting. One day, in April 2021, Maristella met with one of the condo owners who asked her if she would like to buy the house just opposite the one in which she was living. This person said that Maristella was positioned at the top of a priority list and that he would help facilitate her payments. He stated that he had already spoken to his mother and brothers, and they all unanimously supported the sale being made to Maristella. She herself felt immense joy, even without the confidence of knowing that could gather enough funds. Yet, she understood that this happenstance was a manifestation of both God's and Meishu-sama's great love. And so, Maristella began seeking financial means to acquire the said property. To her incredible delight, a family member offered to provide the down payment as a gift and also assisted with some installments. Today, Maristella and her daughter live in their own lovely, well ventilated home. Maristella learned the importance of following Meishu-sama's teachings at all times in our lives. Her faith became strengthened by applying Meishu-sama's teachings on a daily basis, which became the fundamental factor for doors opening in her life and for her to receive the wonderful blessing of her new home. Maristella is immensely grateful to God and Meishu-sama for the blessings bestowed upon her and her family. She has committed to further give of herself in service to the divine work with utmost love and sincerity. Thank you very much for listening to this faith experience, for joining our service this Monday in observation of the Memorial Day holiday, a national holiday. We will be closed. We wish you a very wonderful weekend. Thank you.
This brings to a conclusion our evening service. Thank you everyone for joining us, and we wish you a very blessed evening.